Yo! Hey, what's up everyone? It is I, DPX here. Welcome back to another episode of the podcast, DPX Talks, for about an hour. And today, sorry if I don't seem as energetic today. I got up to work this morning, but then, I didn't work the whole day, so I'm a bit tired, but there's some stuff I want to talk about here. So, yeah, welcome back to another episode of the podcast. It's just me by myself. Try to get someone on and never responded, so it's just gonna be me. So today, we'll just get right into this. There's some brief topics. There's a lot of gaming news happening right now. There's a lot of stuff in the world of gaming, and there is some movie stuff, YouTube drama that I am honestly afraid to talk about because YouTube's being quite crazy about it. Good thing we got SoundCloud. Who knows? I might not even include it in the YouTube upload. Oh. But yeah, hey, if I don't include it in the YouTube upload, hey, go to my SoundCloud. If you're on YouTube, that is, go to my SoundCloud and listen to the audio version, and you'll hear what I have. I'm pretty sure you know what drama I'm talking about. Well, I'll get to that. I do have some smaller topics. I'm sorry, this webcam is kind of bothering me, if I'm going to be honest, because my head's a little cut off. There we go, that's better. So yeah, again, a lot of gaming news and a lot. So we'll just jump right into this. With some briefer topics. Before we get into, I want to start off immediately, once we are done with the briefer topics, I want to start off with the Xbox Game Showcase, which just ended like a few hours from me recording this. So the first thing I want to talk about is, this. This is about a week or two old, so that's why this is a briefer topic. And it kind of hurts, if I'm going to be honest. Sonic Frontiers. I don't know. It's just, like, everyone's all up in arms about it. Everyone's all saying, like, this game looks awful, whatever. I want to give it the benefit of the doubt, Because I thought I heard that it was, like, a pretty, like, when they first showed it, it was, like, a build of the game that was close to release, but then it came out that it was a very early build of the game, and, yeah, and it's, my main thing about Sonic Frontiers is that it looks weird, It looks very, very weird, 'cause it's, like, you have this big open world, and you're Sonic just walking around, but then all of a sudden you go onto a boost and you just start running around, and it feels out of place for Sonic. I don't know. Seeing this pan out, I don't know if, like, an open world Sonic game actually works, but maybe it's not particularly the idea of an open world Sonic game. Maybe it's more the idea of Sonic in this open world. Because we haven't really seen much, Like, they keep putting out some footage, but if it, like, do you agree with me? They keep putting out footage, but it feels like all the footage is the same. It almost just feels like they're re-uploading the same video. I know that's not what they're doing, but it almost feels like that, don't you think? And it's like, I don't know, I really want this game to be good, because then we gotta wait another 5 years for, like, this is gonna be the Sonic game that's gonna be good. This is the 3D Sonic that's gonna be good. It's like, come on, I just want this to be good. Yeah, I think that's all anyone wants. If you harassed the people from IGN who uploaded this footage, go fuck yourself. I'm not joking. Go fuck yourself. I don't care. You click off this video or this podcast. I don't care. Go unsubscribe if you harass people over that. The dude from IGN did not even play the game. This footage is not him playing the game. Seriously, grow up. Don't harass people. Alright, now speaking of harassing people, This is another kind of old topic. It's been around for a week now. And it's one of only two non-video game related topics. Actually, there's three if you count the story time one. But so one of three non-gaming related topics. Yeah, as you may have noticed, this podcast has started to shift more about video games. I didn't mean for that really, but like I didn't mean for that, but I feel like lately there hasn't been too much like massive movie news, or at least by the time like I have an episode of the podcast, like everyone said everything you could about it, and I feel like I have nothing to add. It's almost like this, but like I have a few things to say about it that people aren't really paying attention to. But it's okay. So Obi-Wan Kenobi dropped and is shipped 4 episodes out of 6. It's almost done, and I'm not gonna review the show right now. I'll review when it's done. Sometimes I'll like review like the first few episodes of a show when it drops, and if I have an episode of the podcast that drops around that time, if you know what I mean. I'm not gonna do that here because the fucking show is almost done. But I think it's good so far. The last episode is kind of stinky, but I thought the first 3 episodes with definitely some issues, with Reva being one of them, and yeah, we'll get into Reva. That's the whole thing here. And some definitely like storyline issues. People say that like a lot of things get retconned. I don't think it's that serious, but like I think it's a very solid show. But, and I understand how much like shit I can get for saying this, but Star Wars fans are really fucking toxic. And it has nothing to do with the quality of the show. People are sending... Okay, about Reva. The actress who plays her, Moses Ingram, I think her name is, has been getting a lot of racist messages. Has been getting a lot of, like... Well, even messages that aren't racist saying, like, hey, I don't think you're that good in this. It's like, first of all, why would you even do that? Why would you go out of your way to make someone's day, like, a little bit worse? But then people sending her, like, straight up just, like, fucking racist shit. And it's not cool. You know? And of course, that's whatever. This happens, this isn't the first time this has happened with Star Wars, and, it's happened with, Kelly Marie Tran. She got a lot of, just harassment and, racist shit said to her, and that's what happened here. This time, though, Disney say something. This is where I have, something to add. Disney said something. They said, like, you can be many species, just don't be racist. That's not exactly what they said, but they said basically that. I might have, like, misworded it a little bit, but, like, it means exactly what I just said. And I think they handled it perfectly. But there are some fucking idiots out there online that are saying, oh, Disney's calling Star Wars fans racist. They're calling the racists racist, you dumbass. They are. They're not calling me a racist. They're not calling you a racist unless you're one of those dickheads that sent Moses Ingram harassment, unless you did that. They're not calling you racist. They're calling the racists racist. Don't be a fucking racist. You don't like her performance, her character. Oh, my, just jittered a little bit. But you don't like her character, you don't like her performance, that's fine. You can even, like, express it. You can say, like, I thought it was a little off, because I'm not too interested in this character, and I don't know, I feel like it kind of brings the show down a little bit. But, like, first of all, you think Moses Ingram, you think she wrote this character? No. So, I don't want to accuse anyone of... I don't even know if I should say this. Fuck it. We're unfiltered on here. But, again, I really don't know if I should say this, but I feel like the people who got mad at Disney's statement telling people not to be racist are the people being racists. Is that a little too far? Does that not track? I'm not saying you're racist. It's a racist thing to, like, not like what Disney said. Oh my gosh, but, like, I'm saying you are probably one of the people being racist if that fucking, like, you know, hey, just don't be racist. If that tweet pissed you off. It's just a bunch of, like, toxicity, a bunch of backlash towards someone, and it's not needed. It's really unnecessary. It's just not needed. And then technically, like, you could say this show isn't needed. Whatever, yeah. It's you know, technically no show is necessary. But, like, fucking, you don't like something, that's fine. You can vent about it online, but just don't, like, send it, like, to, like, I mean, like, if you don't like my videos, you can talk about that online. Hell, you can even leave a comment saying, I didn't really like this one that much, DPX. And you can give me some constructive criticism, say, because that kind of sends me a message, I need to improve a little bit. But if you, like, privately message me just to say, hey, I think your video is dog shit, I mean, it's a little... I don't know. I can take that, actually. I don't know if that was a good example. But, you know what I mean? Just don't be racist. Don't be racist. And I'm sure most of my viewers and listeners are smart enough to know not to fucking harass someone because they don't like the character they're playing in a fucking TV show. You guys are smarter than that, right? Right? Right, good. Good job. Okay. That's that. The next thing I want to talk about is, it's an anti-discussion, if you will. Kind of what I'm coining it an anti-discussion. There's been a lot of talk about Diablo Immortal lately. Because, I mean, first of all, I forgot about the game completely. And then it drops on mobile. And I've heard it's got, like, holy shit, like, what? $110 if you want to, like, unlock it, like, get stuff. Like, it's monetized to shit. It's, like, it's gross how monetized this is. Yeah. I'm not going to get into that, though. Because, what can I say that hasn't already been said about this, Not much. There really is not anything I can say about this that hasn't been said. Except for one thing. People are acting surprised about this. Okay, so... You guys were the fucking people that were upset about Diablo Immortal being announced in the first place, right? What did you expect? I mean, I too did not expect you to have to grind, like, the game to be designed to where you have to grind for, I'm not joking, 10 years to, like, beat the game or whatever. That's ridiculous. But, like, you didn't think Blizzard would monetize the fuck out of this? You didn't think this game would be greedy at all? Every mobile game, to an extent, is greedy. Don't get me wrong. But you didn't think Blizzard, good old or not good old everyone hates fuck you Activision Blizzard, you did not think they were gonna monetize the ever-living shit out of Diablo Immortal? Why do you think they made this game in the first place? This is like a guaranteed moneymaker almost. Because there are people that are dumb enough to like be like, oh, $110? Okay, whoops, mom. I used your credit card. It's like, you gotta like. People are saying like, I watched Angry Joe's rant on this. You know, a shout out to Angry Joe. But like, I feel him and a lot of people online just feel very inconsistent with their opinions on Activision Blizzard. You know, they're like, you know, whenever they do something bad, you know, whether it's when they announced Diablo Immortal or the whole Blitzchung thing or Warcraft 3 or the worst offender, the everything that happened last year with Activision Blizzard, every time it's always like, fuck this company, do not support them, they do not deserve your money, wait until Bobby Kotick gets his dumbass fucking booted out of this company. But then it's like, you know, this happens, and then everyone's all mad being like, this is not the same company, fuck this company. It's like, no, you can't, dude, I have not given Activision Blizzard a fucking penny since I've just decided I'm not supporting this. I'm not supporting this company. It was since the Blitzchung thing. I'm like, I'm not giving Activision Blizzard my money. They don't deserve it. Warcraft 3 happened. I'm like, alright. This is fucked up, and it has assured me that I am right, that I have made the right decision in not giving them my money ever again. But why are you guys acting surprised? And then the same thing happened with the sexual assault allegations. Although, like, that one's a huge jump. You know, releasing a terrible game and then having horrible work conditions. Then there's a huge jump. I get that, but like, why is this the fucking like last straw? Why is this the hill you want to die on? You know, I don't get it. Just like, the thing is, don't download this game. Don't get this game, and don't spend any money on this game. But yeah, and then we have fucking Kotaku saying like, Diablo Immortal's way too good to be free. I swear, Kotaku, they have the worst. You know, maybe next episode, if I remember, I will keep an eye on every fucking headline Kotaku makes, and I will go through all their headlines, and I will have a segment reading the worst video game takes. So yeah. Alright, well, spent a little long on that. I actually had a rant about Mario Strikers Battle League, but I'll save that for my review. Because I am working on a review for the game. Long story short, it's so much fun, but there's nothing to do in the game. So it's really frustrating. I'll have a review for it, though, and I'll talk about all that there. Okay, the big thing that just dropped today, like hours, it just finished up hours before I started this. Sorry about that noise, but the Microsoft and Bethesda showcase. It was, there's quite a bit of hype behind this one, cause, and I'm a little actually confused why there was like this much hype behind this, because like there's nothing like, they delayed Starfield and Redfall out of this year, so it's like they don't really have anything happening this year, you know? So, but they said, like, you know, 95 minutes, which is an hour and 35 minutes, which is cool, and gameplay heavy. Okay. We'll see how that is. So yeah, we're going through, we got, I'm on Games Radar Plus. I believe this should be in order. Of all this, the order of announcement. This should be the order of announcements here. Redfall was the first thing we got, and it actually looked solid. People said it looked a little generic when they saw the E3 footage last year. I'm like, that was a CG trailer, and yeah, no, fuck off with these CG trailers, as you'll see later. And it's like, but like, it didn't tell us what the game's gonna be. This game, they showed us what it's gonna be, and it looks super solid. Arcane, they're a great developer, you know, and have made some of Bethesda's finest games. I think Redfall looks awesome. I still don't have an Xbox though, but I might if games like Redfall, you know. The next game that they showed actually was quite shocking. Because the next game they showed was Hollow Knight Silksong. Now that one is crazy because, like, we've not seen this game in forever. Hey, I'm back. There's a little pause there. Dude, like I said, I woke up early this morning to work, and I did some work, some, like, maintenance works, you know, so that type of tiring work. So I honestly felt like I was about to fall asleep while talking about Hollow Knight Silksong of all games, you know? A game I don't want to fall asleep while talking about. So I just put water in my face. Yeah, if you're watching the YouTube version, maybe you can see that. Hi, there's water in my face now. Anyways, I don't know why I just did that, but, yeah, Hollow Knight Silksong was a very, you know, it's a long-awaited game. It's a sequel to a very beloved game in Hollow Knight. And, you know, it's... I don't... When did they announce this game? Excuse me. When did they announce this? Like, seriously, how many years ago was it? And it's crazy because every time, like, we think this game's gonna be announced, it's always like, it's gonna be in a Nintendo Direct, Nintendo Z3, Indie Showcase, Indie World, whatever. Nope. It's in the, it's in the Xbox Showcase, of all games. And it's coming to Game Pass day one. So, that's quite big. Still no release date, though, so we're still waiting on it. But yeah, it looks solid. Next game, High on Life. This was the game, from Squanch Games. And you know, it has the creators of Rick and Morty behind it. You know, definitely you can hear Morty's voice there. Sorry, I get a cut on my finger. I always think to, like, bite it. That's just how I am. But yeah, this game, you know, it had some guns that talk to you and knives that talk to you. Interesting. I don't know. Again, I don't have Xbox. I'm trying to get an Xbox. I'll see when it becomes a doable purchase for me. I've looked online. They seem readily available, which is crazy. I can just buy one online. Like, that's too good to be true, right? But yeah, looks interesting. The next thing is a weird announcement, something that I actually misunderstood, because I didn't watch this live, I should say. I mostly skimmed through it, and one of my lights just went out. God damn it. Again, so I wasn't watching live. So I just thought, so I interpreted this differently. Riot Games are having many games like League of Legends and Valorant, and, you know, Wild Rift and Teamfight Tactics and Legends of Runeterra, all coming to Game Pass on PC. I don't really understand that. I don't know, like, you can already, these games are already PC games, right? I don't really understand why they're coming to Game Pass but only on PC. Like, maybe, no, like, I heard you get, like, you unlock all the characters and you get some extra stuff. I get that. I get why like a game like League isn't on coming to Xbox. Like, how the fuck would you play that with a controller? You know, how would that ever work? I don't think you could do that. I've never played League, but like, it doesn't look like the type of game you can play with a controller. Valorant, I'm sure. Valorant you can fucking play with a controller. Like, why isn't that on Xbox? It's just weird. They threw all these games on Game Pass for PC. These PC games on Game Pass for PC. It's weird. I don't really understand it, but whatever. A Plague Tale Requiem looks really awesome. We got a cool trailer. Supposed to be coming this year. I don't know when it can come, to be honest. It's strange how we didn't get a release date for it. Looks interesting. I don't know if this is exclusive to Xbox or not, because I really liked the first Plague Tale. It was one of the first games I played on the PS5. So yeah, very interesting stuff, and it seems to have a much higher budget, which is cool, because that, again, A Plague Tale Innocence is a very underrated gem of a game. Forza Motorsport, another game here that looks really damn good. And I think this is Forza Motorsport 7. I haven't really been keeping up with them. But yeah, like, this looks damn good. It doesn't come out this year. And that's a little strange. Like, I'm sure, like, a lot of people would have really expected, like, Forza Motorsport to come out this year. Instead, it's coming spring 2023. And I don't know, it's just, you know, I looking at this, Xbox still doesn't really have anything for this year. Microsoft Flight Simulator 40th anniversary, of course. There's like a Halo crossover. Don't really have anything to say. Overwatch 2. I don't want to cover Blizzard. It looks fine, I guess. But again, I'm not covering Activision Blizzard. I swore an oath, you know. And once the acquisition finishes up, and you know, Bobby Kotick is out of the fucking door, I'm not giving them any. Like, the most I'm gonna, I talked about I bashed them earlier with Diablo Immortal. But I don't want to praise them. I don't. Aura's History Untold. I don't remember what this was, to be honest. That's not that. It had a lot of just games that, like, I'm sure it was interesting to some people, but like a lot of them just don't speak to me, and a lot of other people. You know, I've heard thoughts from other people, and not just people online. Like some other people, that these all just were kind of sleep-inducing, if you know what I mean. Fallout 76 content, whatever. Forza Horizon 5 Hot Wheels DLC, cool, I guess. Arc 2 looks interesting. You know, Vin Diesel is in the game, which is interesting, but I don't care, really. It has the first Arc I know has its fans. I'm not one of them. Scorn looks good. It got some footage. This game's kind of been in development hell, you know. It's been, cause like, it's always a game that Xbox likes to show, but then never release, really. It just never feels like it's. And I thought this was supposed to be like a launch exclusive for the Series X. Damn, comes out like a whole 2 years later. So yeah, we got some gameplay, and it looks gross in a good way. Like, it looks very unsettling. So we got gameplay, looks like a fun and scary game, and we got a release date of October 21st this year. If I have Xbox by the time this comes out, I'm gonna pick this up on Game Pass. Flintlock: The Siege of Dawn. This looked interesting. I don't have a whole lot to say about it, but yeah, this one seemed to be mostly liked by most people. Uh, Minecraft Legends. It's like a Minecraft strategy game. A little weird. Sure, it'll be fine. Minecraft Dungeons was... I never played it, but I heard it was alright. So yeah, this should be interesting. Lightyear Frontier, I honestly don't remember anything from this one. Gunfire Reborn, I honestly don't remember anything from this one. The Last Case of Benedict Fox. This actually looked pretty decent. This one, it looked like it has a bit of a Dark Souls vibe, Metroidvania vibe, but it also seemed like some detective thing about your father or some shit. I don't know, that looks interesting. As Dusk Falls looked fucking weird. I did not like... It was literally moving at 1 frame per second, and it was basically like a visual novel. I don't know. That looked fucking weird. I feel like I've heard of this game before, and I feel like I've been hearing about this game, but at the same time I feel like... Because I feel like I've been hearing about this game, but I feel like I haven't seen this game before. But it's coming out, it got a release date on July 19th. Oh shit, that's a lot. I thought it was August for some reason. I think another game on here got a release date of August. Yeah, this looked fucking weird. And I don't mean that in a good way. I did not like the way this looked. And it's not like, it looked glitchy or anything. It's just the visual style they chose. I just didn't like it. It's actually unappealing. I wouldn't be able to play it anyways. But honestly, I don't think I would play this if I had Xbox and I had Game Pass. It just doesn't... I don't know. Nakara Blade Point. I feel like I've seen this logo before. I've not seen any gameplay for it before, but it's coming to Game Pass. And it's coming to Game Pass actually in a couple of weeks, so that's pretty cool. I don't have anything to say about it though. Now Obsidian announces their brand new game. No, they're not showing Avowed. Avowed looks fucking awesome when they showed that 2 years ago. I really want to play Avowed. That might actually get me to buy an Xbox. That might be the one. But they have announced a new game, Pentiment. What the see? I don't. A lot of these games just looked odd. Pentiment. What? This is an Obsidian. Look, it looks like a game by a small indie studio, and I don't mind small indie studios. You give them money. They unless they don't deserve it. Unless they're shitty. But if they're cool, you want to support them. But Obsidian's not a small indie studio. They're Obsidian. They made Fallout New Vegas. They made Fallout New Vegas. Now they're making Pentiment. So yeah, I just don't. Grounded is getting its actual release. It's been in early access for 2 years now. I don't really understand the point of putting out games in early access and then fucking releasing the full version 2 years later. I don't get it. But whatever. Ereban Shadow Legacy, I don't remember what this was. I don't even remember seeing this. Diablo 4, I'm not going to talk about that. And even if I did, that's not even really my thing, so don't care. Sea of Thieves Season 7, don't care. Ravenlock actually looked pretty cool from what I remember. Yeah, it looks like a very solid, RPG almost, which is a little strange for Xbox, I understand. I like the art style, so yeah, Ravenlock was one of the stronger announcements for sure. Cocoon, I do not remember what that was. This was a new Team Ninja Koei Tecmo game. I honestly thought it was going to be Neo 3. I'm like, holy shit, Neo 3? No, it was Wulong Fallen Dynasty. The cinematic they showed was really cool, but they didn't show any gameplay. See what I mean here? Like, it's supposed to be... This whole showcase was supposed to be gameplay heavy, and they showed no fucking gameplay. Oh, look at that. A fucking siren. Alright, that siren's gone. This next one was actually probably one of the most unexpected ones, and it was pretty cool to see. Persona 3 Portable, Persona 4 Golden, and Persona 5 Royal are all coming to Game Pass. That's awesome. And it's kind of crazy to think about, you know, everyone's kind of been asking for these games to come to Switch, but Xbox is here. They're like, no, give it to us. Persona 4 Golden especially has only been on Steam and the PS Vita. It's not even on like PlayStation 4 or 5. You know, so that's interesting. Obviously not the base versions of either of these games. But like, I only know Persona 3 Portable, what that is. Is that just the Persona 3 game on... Is that just Persona 3 on PSP? But like, I know Persona 4 Golden and Persona 5 Royal are two games where it's like, you know, better Persona 4 and Persona 5. So yeah, that's pretty awesome. The next thing announced was something that had been rumored for a while, but we finally get to see it. Xbox is partnering with Hideo Kojima to make Kojima's next big game. So yeah, Kojima's making another game. They didn't show anything. And I don't mean they didn't show gameplay. They didn't even show a cinematic trailer. They didn't show concept art. They showed nothing. It's just Kojima's there. He's like, hey, what's up, guys? I'm Xbox and I are working on a game that is very big. Let's not discredit that. That is a pretty big announcement that Xbox and Kojima are working together. Because I feel like, yeah, Kojima's kind of been associated with PlayStation more than Xbox, I feel. So, seeing him work with Xbox is pretty cool to see, if I'm going to be honest. I'll read the tweet here that, or I won't. Okay, never mind. I will, okay. Xbox Game Studios and Kojima Productions are partnering to create a video game for Xbox like no one has ever experienced before, leveraging the cloud. Hideo Kojima is one of the most innovative minds in our industry, and we can't wait to share what our teams will create. So yeah. And last but not least, I don't know, Starfield. This was definitely the most anticipated thing for this showcase. We got quite a bit of Starfield. We got to see a lot of gameplay. Finally, we saw gameplay. It looks rough. Doesn't look terrible, you know. If this game hadn't gotten delayed to next year, it was still coming out in November, then like everyone would be a lot more harsh on it. But the frame rate was off, and you know, I'm not a frame rate snob, if you know what I mean. I'm not like, you know, I don't care too much about frame rates. I'm not like, I don't prefer PlayStation over Xbox. It's like, oh, the PlayStation has higher frame rates. It's like, no, okay. I prefer them over for other reasons, but like, you know, I don't give a fuck about frame rates. But it's different when it's notably off, you know. Just something felt off about Starfield. I don't think the game's gonna be bad. You know, good that they delayed it so they have more time, but yeah, it did look a little off. But yeah, that was the Xbox Games Showcase. Kind of a snooze fest, to be honest. It wasn't like, I don't know, it felt like there wasn't really anything that stood out there. It should have been Starfield that stood out, but I think Redfall was really the thing that stood out. But even then, like, well, I'm interested in Redfall. You know, I'm not completely sold on it, but yeah, it did look a little off. But yeah, that was the Xbox Games Showcase. Kind of a snooze fest, to be honest. It wasn't like, I don't know, it felt like there wasn't really anything that stood out there. It should have been Starfield that stood out, but I think Redfall was really the thing that stood out. But even then, like, well, I'm interested in Redfall. You know, I'm not completely sold on it, If it's on Game Pass and I get an Xbox by then, like, yeah, totally. But, like, you know, I don't know, man. But yeah. Anyways, we're gonna move on because I spent quite a while on that one. Next up is I'll do the one movie one. So a few years ago now, actually, they released the Joker movie, which I thought it was a brilliant movie. Fantastic, character study of the character Joker. Joaquin Phoenix did a fantastic job playing the title character, and like an unsettling performance. A very you honestly felt a little awkward watching the movie, and like in a good way, if you know what I mean. But it's not in the DCEU. It's not a part of the big DC extended universe. It's a standalone film. Joaquin Phoenix doesn't like to do these big franchise films. Todd Phillips didn't really sign up to do a big franchise film. And the story is like a contained story. They announced a sequel. A Joker sequel is officially happening. And I have some mixed feelings. Because on the one hand, like, cool, a sequel to this movie. On the other hand, it's like, a sequel to this movie. Because, this is such a... I don't know how you make a sequel to this movie. I don't know how you do that. I didn't even think about, Joker is in jail, He's in jail. He's not... I don't know how you make a sequel to Joker, I'm sorry. But, Joker made a lot of money. I think it was... I could be wrong. Correct me if I'm wrong. I think it was the number one highest grossing rated R movie of all time. That's pretty big. And I think the movie also, you also, I forgot what I was going to say. Joaquin Phoenix, he's not he's not the kind of guy to come back to a movie, do a bunch of sequels. He must have been given a good script. I think I heard him say somewhere that, it's not about the money, really, for him. So, he must have been given a really good script. Which is, that's... So, if he signed on to a sequel to Joker, he must have been given a really good script, which justifies a second Joker movie. But I'm just not sure. I don't they really need to up their game, because I don't think, because I don't know how you do a sequel to this movie. I can't even think of what they can do. I just can't. I'm actually struggling to think of something. I thought I'd have more to say, but I didn't even think about the fact that I don't have too much to say. Joaquin Phoenix is gonna be there, and again, he did great as Joker. I don't pay much attention to the Academy Awards or anything like that. What if he puts in a great performance again, gets nominated for an Oscar, and wins? Would he be the first ever... Would he be the first ever... Correct me if I'm wrong. Would he be the first actor to win an Oscar for one role in a movie and then come back to that movie's sequel and win an Oscar for the sequel? Would that be the first time that ever happened? If so... Oh. So yeah, I guess kind of short. I wanted to talk more about this topic, but I really don't think I don't know what there is to say, really. Because, I mean, how do you make a sequel to this movie? Is it just going to be, like Joker's going to leave the fucking prison? Like, someone's going to bust him out? I just don't understand. I don't understand. So yeah, that's that. And we'll move on to a Discord topic for today. And we got a tie here actually for the winner. And I will pick the whichever one I want more. So, if you want to vote on the topic, all you gotta do is join the MeCast Discord server, link down below, and there should be a channel under request/Q&A for podcast topics, in which every month I will post a poll saying like, hey, new podcast episode this month. Here are 3 options. Use the reaction to vote, and whichever one wins will be the topic I talk about. So we got 1, how to make a game to movie/TV adaptation and how not to. 2, unpopular gaming opinions. And 3, is a bunch of game presentations in June better than E3? I.e., like what's kind of going on now with a bunch of companies doing their own things as opposed to E3. And both 1 and 2 tied. But I'm going to pick 2, unpopular gaming opinions. I feel like I've done this one before, but I'm going to do it again. There's some, like, we all have our own unpopular opinions. You might think, like, Smash is my favorite fucking game. I know, weird, a gamer who plays video games says Smash is their favorite game. Usually Smash fans only play Smash, right? But no, fuck everything else. Smash is my favorite. You can say people don't like Smash. You'd say people love Assassin's Creed. See, bada bing, bada boom. That's my first thing. Assassin's Creed. I don't understand Assassin's Creed. It's just, I don't know, all the games seem very just like boring. They seem like boring stealth games that aren't like, they're trying hard to be like Prince of Persia, I gotta say. And I know this is sort of like the successor to Prince of Persia, but like, I don't know, like Prince of Persia I feel just does what Assassin's Creed does better. You know? Another thing is, I don't like Fortnite. I got a lot of shit for this a while ago. And I still, every now and then, get shit for Fortnite. But, it's not a fun game to me. It's not for me. It's not my kind of game. I mainly like to play single-player games or multiplayer games that, you know... So Fortnite should be up my alley, but, like, I like to play multiplayer games that have a lot of content in them and, you know, that isn't trying to run around a fucking barren wasteland of nothing and wait for something to happen in which, like, you might, like, die immediately and have to go through a fucking long-ass process all over again. You know, yeah, that's me if I'm bad at the game, you know. People tell me, like, oh, it's just bad because you're bad at the game. It's like, yeah, dude, I don't care. That's my opinion, bro. Like, because if that's because that's not necessarily because it is because I'm bad at the game. But I'm bad at the game because I don't play the game, and I don't play the game because it's not something I want to play. Wouldn't you think that's a little like that's a fair turnoff for like a new player, if you know what I mean? Wouldn't you think that? Wouldn't you think, like, I don't even know what I'm saying, but like, yeah, I don't like Fortnite. As for things I do like, a lot of people don't like Mega Man 7 and 8. And I love those games. Those two games are fantastic games. Great first-person... What the fuck? First-person shooters. Great 2D side-scrollers. Very... obviously they're not as good as some of the 8-bit ones. Or even 11. I think Mega Man 11 might be better than 7 and 8. And a lot of the voice acting in 8, and those cutscenes especially. But the gameplay and the music and everything's Mega Man about those games, if you know what I mean. And I'll share one last unpopular opinion. Cyberpunk. I didn't mind Cyberpunk. It released buggy and unfinished, but I had a fun time with it. That was my... those are my unpopular gaming opinions. Now for another topic. I was actually going to talk a lot about Summer Games Fest, but me and the Meecast talked about that extensively on Chill with the Meecast. Go subscribe to the Meecast. So I'll cut this one. I won't talk about Summer Games Fest. But there's one announcement that happened there that I want to talk about, because I have some thoughts on it. And they're not particularly, positive thoughts. I don't know. It's The Last of Us Part 1. Now, don't get me wrong. This looks really good. It's really nice to see The Last of Us Part 1 playing a bit more like The Last of Us Part 2 and running on the PS5, and it looks damn good on the PS5. But my issue with The Last of Us Part 1 is that it feels like... I said this on Chill with the Meecast, and I'll say it again. I can't think of a game that is more pointless to remake than The Last of Us. I know why they are remaking The Last of Us, aside from the money, and aside from there's the show coming out, and they want to they want to spread the name a little bit. Aside from that, I know why. Internally, I know why. It's because they want to get Naughty Dog, used to... They want to get them used to using, the PS5 assets, so they can make more PS5 games. I understand that. But again, you can have them make a new game. You can have them make a new game. Because I just feel like The Last of Us Part 1 is an easily accessible game. Many people say that the gameplay hasn't aged very well. I think it's aged pretty well, And you have a remaster of The Last of Us Part 1 that came out on the PS4. The PS5 is backwards compatible with the PS4. If you have that game, you just plop that into your PS5, boom, you have it. Or if you don't, but you got PS Plus, you can just download the game for free. You want people to view and experience The Last of Us Part 1. You don't need to remake it from the ground up. But once again, there's an actual internal reason they're doing this. So Naughty Dog can get used to using these PS5 assets and everything, so they can make more games in the future. Kind of something I said 2 seconds ago. I get that. It's just, fuck, man. You can remake, they could remake other games. Why can't they remake, I know a better game they can remake from the ground up. And I'm not saying this game is better than The Last of Us. I mean, this game would maybe be more in need for a remake. Jak and Daxter. Jak and Daxter's done fucking nothing. Why not bring back Jak and Daxter, remake it for the PS5 from the ground up with all these new visuals and, and then you also get to get Naughty Dog used to these new PS5 assets and shit. You kill two birds in one stone. I'm sorry, I feel like I'm not mad, The Last of Us Part 1, this remake looks great, I'm not going to buy it because I don't personally need to, which is fine. $70 is fucking ridiculous for a almost 10-year-old game that has less content, by the way. But, it just feels safe and lazy. Obviously, the game doesn't look like it was made lazily, but, it's a lazy decision to remake The Last of Us. It's safe. It's a safe game. Doing a remake of The Last of Us is safe. And that kind of bothers me, because PlayStation, they like to, I'd say when they made Spider-Man, they took quite a big risk, because Spider-Man has a bit of a spotty track record. When they rebooted God of War, that was nothing like how God of War is known. And so that was a huge risk, and it pulled off. It paid off. And I know, a while ago, they announced, yeah, they're going to be playing it safe. It's fuck. So we're not going to be getting games like God of War, Spider-Man. We'll be getting safe games like The Last of Us Remake. A safe moneymaker and a safe, marketing thing. I don't know. That's just what I think about The Last of Us Part 1. Moving on to story time. Ayo, story time. Story time. This one's rather short. This is not... I honestly couldn't think of a story if I'm going to... I had one, and I completely forgot. It's completely left my mind. I have no idea what the fuck it ever was. But, yeah, here is the story time that I have prepared. So, one day, I was, kindergarten. I was in, kindergarten. Maybe a little older, because I don't remember a fucking thing from kindergarten. So I was probably, I want to say second grade. The reason why I'm not saying the age is because I don't actually know how old I was. I remember more so by, what grade I was in. So I want to say, second grade. Where I started to... Yeah, no, I was a late fucker, I can mainly I think the earliest I can really remember stuff, I can remember most things is from, second grade. When I was, I want to say, 6, 7. I don't know how old you are when you're in second grade. But, anyways, yeah, so... I'll say I was about 6 or 7 years old. 7, I think. I'll just say I was about 7 years old, and I was a little fucking shithead. I just fucked around, and I did not respect anybody. My dad, takes me and my brother to school one day, and we're by the parking lot, and we're on the sidewalk, about to cross the street to get to school. I'm waiting there. I pick up a stick. And then there are these cars that are going. Me being the dumbass fucking shithead that I am, pick up the stick, throw it. It hits a car. Just makes a loud ass noise and hits a car. I fucking hit a car with a stick because of course I did. But I didn't mean to. I didn't mean to hit I don't know what I was trying to do, but I wasn't trying to hit the fucking car. So I looked over at my dad, kind of thinking oh shit, I'm fucked. My dad's gonna fucking kill me. I looked over at him. He's not even looking at me. He's not even looking at... It's no, I didn't do anything. So, the next thing I know, later that day, the person the owner of the car comes out and holds me at gunpoint. Nah, that didn't happen. That whole story was that whole story happened up until that last part. But yeah, not much of a story here, but definitely I threw a fucking stick at a car, and I didn't get in trouble for it. It was so weird. Like, to this day, it's like, did that actually happen? I'm starting to actually think that never happened. You know? Did that, like, actually not happen? Because I picked up a stick, and I threw it at a car. My dad should have fucking screamed at me. But no. He didn't. He was just... By the way, I don't want to make it sound like my dad's a violent guy. I love my dad. But, like, you know, I shouldn't be throwing sticks at cars. Yeah, very weird memory that I'm honestly... I just had the epiphany. Did that even happen? Maybe it didn't. Maybe it did actually happen, and maybe my dad did yell at me, and I was just traumatized. It's okay. My dad's a nice guy. But yeah. Anyways, one final topic, and it's a doozy. This one's a doozy. I don't know how long I'll talk about this one, but I do have quite a bit to say about this, but a lot on this has already been said. But fuck it, I'm gonna talk about this, and I will try my best, because like YouTube's making it hard for people to talk about this. But I'm gonna try. So there is this one YouTuber who I'm honestly afraid to say his name, because there are rumors that YouTube has manipulated the algorithm to where you can't even say this YouTuber's name in the title of the video. So I'll just call him AC. Okay, you guys all know who I'm talking about. AC. And fuck. I actually my brain just froze. Oh no. So, and then there's this other YouTuber who will, you guys know who this is. We'll refer to him as Q, like the Street Fighter character. Q makes a video about Elden Ring, and he talks about why he doesn't like it and whatever. You know, like I said, we're all entitled to our own opinions. If he doesn't like Elden Ring, that's fine. I actually did not watch his video, but he had some really bad takes in the video. So AC, fuck it, the Act Man and Quantum TV. I'm not calling them AC and Q. That's not happening. But the Act Man, who I really like his content. He knows his shit. He makes some good content on video games, and he'll say what needs to be said. He'll call people out. You know, mostly game companies, but this time he calls out another YouTuber. He makes a video responding to Quantum's Elden Ring video, and you know, I'm sure you know what happened. Quantum took false copyright strike Actman's video, and then you know, it was unsuccessful. Actman made a video about Quantum, basically a fucking like content cop almost. And he brought to light that Quantum was a homophobe. He was bigoted. He was racist. He's, you know, manipulative. All these kinds of things, and ban evading. And yeah, YouTube looked into that. Nothing happened. Quantum's fine. Actman makes a follow-up video, and then, in the most bizarre fucking turn of events possibly ever, Actman gets his video removed. Two of his videos that are completely unrelated, age restricted, and then his whole channel demonetized. Now look. It was later explained that his channel, not his video, the dark age of YouTube, as he called it. That's the name of the video. We later found out that video was removed because of a 2-second Photoshop of a cucumber in Quantum's mouth. That's what got the video. You can't make that shit up. But then he got his whole channel demonetized because he made some tweets saying, clearly joking, saying like, "Welcome to my new show, the doxing adventures with Actman," and one of them he said, "We're gonna dox the information of the employees of YouTube." Now look, YouTube, it's clearly a joke. And you gotta think about that. Someone at no one fucking looked over this. I'm sorry, this might turn into a bit of a rant. Nobody. You have a whole fucking team. Was this automated or was this manual? I don't think that was ever, specified. I feel like this was manual, because, Actman got, a response from YouTube themselves. It's how many people do you have fucking working there? No one says to the other, hey, did you even ever think about maybe how did they even get our information? And look, and this is a double standard. It's a double this isn't good. This is not good for YouTube content creators, I never agree with deplatforming, which is basically what the Actman was doing to Quantum TV, but Quantum TV deserves it. He should not be on YouTube. I don't want to I don't want to I want to take a neutral stance on this. Because I'm sort of reporting and I'm giving my thoughts on more so the Actman getting his entire livelihood fucked over than, who's right and who's wrong. But what's this double standard shit? How does Quantum... I'm sorry, how did they look at his shit and not, how do they look at his shit? I can never figure this out. How did they look at Quantum stuff? Think it was fine. And then Actman gets fucked. How did that happen? How did the reverse Uno card get played? I don't understand. I don't understand this. I don't. And look, there's a good chance Quantum sees this. I don't know. Because, he'll fucking go after anyone. Buddy, hey, you watching this? I don't mean any disrespect, okay? I'm just giving my thoughts on what happened to the Actman, not the shit between you two. Also, go away. I don't want you here. I might be a YouTuber with under 500 subs, and I might, and with fucking 7 followers on SoundCloud here, but I don't need you here, buddy. It's just ridiculous. This is I just don't understand. I really I don't get how this happens. How did the reverse Uno card get played? How? I can't wrap my head around that. How YouTube are so far up their own assholes that they struck down the Actman. He did nothing wrong. Okay? He did not have sexual content in his fucking video. He did not. I don't care what you say about that cucumber shit. That was nothing. And then okay, I admit, like, he shouldn't have joked about doxing the employees of YouTube. He should have just said, like, if he wanted to go on with this joke, he should have just said, like, I'm going to be doxing some people. He should have just said that. He's going to be doxing some people. He shouldn't have, like, specifically said, like, the employees of YouTube. But, like, how do you... What's this double... It's like, no, there's a double standard. And then there's, like, this is a double standard, but, like, the Ackman did nothing. He didn't do anything. I can't wrap my head around this. Honestly, like, it pisses me off. This pisses me off. It's not just because I like the Ackman and his content. He makes fire content. And he's Twitch streaming now, so you want to support him, yeah, go follow him on Twitch. Because he deserves it. But, like, he did nothing wrong. He really didn't. Quantum's the one here breaking all the rules. Ackman, no, he's not. Now, I might just risk a whole bunch of shit talking about this topic. But yeah, I just don't mean any okay? I just want to talk about this cuz hey, it's a big thing, it's a part of my podcast. I just wanted to talk about it, okay? It's more so about what happened with Ackman and just how fucking insane that is. And yeah, this might be my last video. I don't know. But yeah, anyways, I think that'll be the end of this episode of DPX Talks for about an hour. Yeah, hope you enjoyed this one. The vibe might have been a little different because, again, I'm a little out of it. But yeah. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this. If you're on YouTube, go over to my SoundCloud and follow the podcast. Don't even need to, like, continuously listen. I think you just gotta follow, and that's all good. Although, I would respect it if you're out on a walk or something, you pop on my podcast. Or if you're on SoundCloud listening to this on the audio version, go over to YouTube. YouTube.com/DPX Solo. Subscribe. I make episodes of this podcast, and I make a bunch of other videos that aren't the podcast. Yeah, so yeah, I'll be back in another month with another episode of DPX Talks for about an hour. Bye, guys.